here at the 2024 D3Hoops.com Classic, a classic conversation. And we're chatting with senior Kendrick Currey of the University of Redlands and men's basketball head coach Eric Bridgeland. This team 2-0 so far at the D3Hoops.com Classic, and we have another game for them yet to come in this event. And Coach, that's what I want to talk to you about. First off, I mean, this is typically a 2-game event for each team, and we understand why Hardin-Simmons, which is, doesn't have a lot of conference games, wanted to come and play a third game. Tell me a little bit about why you guys wanted a third game here.
Well, I think if you're from the West Coast, right, the Northwest Conference, the SCIAC, the proximity makes it very difficult to schedule Division III games. So for us, it's been difficult since we got the Redlands. So here to get 3, and why wouldn't you want to play 3 here at the D3 Hoops Classic, right? It's a big deal. So it only made sense for us.
Right, it's a captive audience. We're bringing teams here, so they're definitely going to play you if we tell them to play you.
Neutral floor,
right?
Great environment, arena. It has like a Final Four feel to it, to me.
That's kind of the hope, right? Someone comes here and you get to play in a bigger venue. You get prepared for whatever, something different that might come face you later on in the year.
No doubt about it. And like when we talked to Brett and yourselves, to play the very best teams that we can face here, right? And certainly Hardin-Simmons, Mountain Union, SUNY New Paltz. Those are ridiculously good teams. So we want to find out where our weaknesses are and then grow, right? And get better. So we're just ecstatic to play that level of competition here in such a great venue.
Kendrick's been waiting patiently for an opportunity to talk, but I want to talk to you about, first off, what it's like just kind of playing in this system first off. And I have to use system, I have to make sure it's system with a lowercase s because, capital S means something completely different. But talk about what it's like, playing in a system where you're counted on to provide so much pressure on defense and that sort of thing.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of the most fun times I have playing basketball. There's so much space in our offense and our defensive pressure. All of our guys get after it. We're athletic, so it's fun to go and fly around and cause havoc on the court. It's just really fun to get out there and spread the floor out and give my teammates some shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and talk about the depth, the guys who are coming off the bench. You guys played with the second 5 for a really long time today, and I'm trying to count really fast, and it looks like maybe 13 or 14 guys played today for you guys.
Yeah, we run deep into our bench. All 15 guys can go. Starting 5 is kind of just a 5, all 5. We feel like all 15 of us can really play the game, play the same way. So once the next 5 comes in, we just know it's just us, and we're going to keep on going, keep on competing.
Yeah. Coach, I think everybody was really happy / relieved to see Jhace Boston come back into the game. Talk a little bit about what was going through your mind.
I've never seen a fall that bad, that close. Yeah. I actually ran out and said, "Stop the game now."
You did, yeah.
Because it was a whiplash deal. Jhace is super tough, but he's feeling fine. His hip hurts a little bit. He's got a headache. Not a headache, but where he hit his head.
Right.
And we have a trainer here too, which is great, Alexa, and so she's able to look after him. But it scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. We love our guys, and boy, it was frightening, honestly. Yeah.
Kendrick, can I ask you to talk a little about that too? Your perspective when all that was happening.
Yeah, Jhace is a big part of our team. I was just happy he got up feeling fine. It was a scary fall. I was kind of down the court and kind of just saw the fall from afar, and I was just surprised they didn't call a foul, but glad to see he was okay because his head hit back and I kind of got scared for a second. Yeah.
If we think about all the possible outcomes we talked about, maybe of how that game might have ended up today, and to come up with Redlands winning 91-69 and being in control for 30-some minutes of the game, up by 40 at one point, that was not really one of the possibilities that crossed our mind. Talk about what you saw as that game was going on.
Man, our system is built for stuff like that. We take them out of their game and make them play our game. We do this every day at practice, so we run. We don't get tired, and like you said, our depth is a big thing for us. So we just sub in 5 and 5 out, and we feel like nobody can run with us in the country, really. So we just have fun, and we just have fun basically playing with each other. Camaraderie is so good with each other, so it's not really surprising to us. It's maybe surprising to you guys, but it's not surprising to us because we feel like we come in here and beat the best teams in the country.
I mean, Coach, Mount Union came in, as one of the top 10% teams in the country in scoring. You would have thought that, you guys trying to speed them up would not have had that kind of effect, I guess.
You never know. I've been well aware of how good Mount Union is for a long time. So, you watch them play, and especially after a tough loss last night, right? They lost a 1-point game to Ramapo, and you're like, okay, you're going to get their best of their culture too, right? So I was just so proud of our guys. Like, we had game keys. One, Kendrick and our internal leaders chose another guys, had our guys ready. Okay. Then, like, the game keys of what we talked about, they were all over. I was just so proud of them. We're just hoping to be in the game with them, quite frankly, because they're that good, and we're still finding our way. We got 10 new guys. So like for us, can we compete with them when we're not where our ceiling could be quite yet, right? So, just very, very happy for our guys because they earned it. Yeah.
I want to ask you about how different is this than when you were running this stuff, say at Whitman or even before that at Puget Sound. How much has it evolved?
It evolves. It just depends on the roster. This is the first time in our 4 or 5 years now, counting COVID year, at Redlands that we've had the healthiest roster that we've had. Like Kendrick alluded to, we can go 14, 15 deep. So we've never had that. It's been where we can go 8 or 9 or having guys out for the season. We're still missing the starter right now, and Cameron Brown out with a broken wrist. So it's like, this is the healthiest that we've been. We're super deep, and our guys care about each other. So we're very flexible with what we're doing. So we have different layers of pressure too. Sometimes Whitman, we only had like 2, and the Puget Sound was kind of just 1. So we got 3 or 4 things that we can do with our pressures that make it very difficult to know where we're coming from, right? Yeah. So it's maybe more diverse, I would say, and deeper, of course, with the rotations.
Dave McHugh was using football metaphors throughout the entire broadcast, I think, because it was Mount Union. So I would say this would be like disguising your coverages, right?
No question about it. Dave's a smart guy.
Well, Dave knows how to pull a good football metaphor out when the time is appropriate, that's for sure. I want to take you back to last year for a second. You guys made a big splash out at the Great Lakes Invitational. You guys beat Middlebury and UW Oshkosh, and then kind of struggled a little bit in the conference. And so our thinking is, and you let me know what you think, is that, the SCIAC, they see you guys every day, they play you twice, they see you on film every day and twice on Fridays. Is familiarity make it more difficult?
I think there's 2 things, right? One, we had our leading scorer out for 2.5 months of the season, and then like the second he got healthy, then Cameron Brown was out for another 7 weeks. So, and we had 8 or 9 guys we were playing with, so we didn't have our team.
Okay.
So we were not able to do what we're doing now for 40 minutes. So we had to pick and choose, and so that's one, right?
Yeah.
We're healthy and we're deep. We have not been that since we've been at Redlands. Second, our conference is doing this right now.
They are.
Our top half our conference is really, really good.
Oh yeah.
So it's like we were just talking with Mount Union.
We're watching Whittier's playing right now.
Yeah, and they're.
I need you to come back into the shot a little bit.
I'm trying to get away here.
I know, right?
People are right for me back. But so like the conference is really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've played the conference when we've been this healthy. Even the start of the year, Kendrick was out for 5 weeks. So and we just got chosen Amadi back, who was our leading scorer 2 years ago, and then Nate Johnson was
is out for almost 2 years.
Yeah, and so his first 2 games have been here.
Yeah, right.
So we're just now starting to do this. So that, and then our conference is really, really good. It's never been better. Yeah.
I'm going to let Kendrick talk about that too. Talk about how you've seen the conference grow, and then talk about, as you guys go into it with not quite everybody, but, getting close to that. How's that feel?
It feels good. Talk about the conference. Our conference is really good. Last year we had a good start to our season, and it was my first year in Division III, so I wasn't too well known about the conference.
Yeah.
And we got kind of punched in the mouth for a second. But that just goes to show how good SCIAC is and how much respect we need to have on our conference, because it's really a lot of maybe 4 or 5 teams that can really go and make a name for themselves in the tournament.
Yeah, I think anybody who's not giving the SCIAC respect over the last 2 years is living in the 1990s or something like that. You got to catch up. SCIAC is making big strides.
In my 25 years in Division III, this is the very best SCIAC has ever been, and it's not close. The first 5-6 teams, oh my gosh. It's a coin flip.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. I know Kendrick is too, and our team is, because you want to play the best and you want to get tested, and certainly that's going to happen in conference play.
Folks, stay up late to watch your SCIAC games, and I guess also you got to pay your money to watch those SCIAC games too. That is the truth, though. That's Kendrick Currey and Eric Bridgeland of the University of Redlands, 2-0 with a game to go here at the D3 Hoops Classic.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.